Hey, what's up, dudes? My name is Peroz. Welcome back to more tutorials and things. And today we'll be talking about T6MVM. At least a little bit. Just quickly, thank you, Mist. This mod is like the most amazing thing ever. It, dare I say, is the best mod to ever come out for Call of Duty editing. But today I didn't start off as middle camera guy because I forgot, as it happens. But yeah, today I'll be showing you the mirror sky effect that you may have been seeing me play around with on Twitter, and I've had a lot of questions about it. This effect actually comes from Gmzorz. Years ago he did this on Modern Warfare 3. And it's actually quite difficult to do that on Modern Warfare 3 or any other game because there's a lot of math involved with the camera paths. But with T6MVM, Mist has made it very easy, and I'll show you how. Just a fair warning, whenever you open Redacted, your mic gets bass boosted for some reason, so I'm going to have to take a second and turn my mic down once this launches. I'm pretty sure you will hear it soon and it will kill your ears. I'm watching my mic audio. Wait for it. There it is. You see, I sound like shit now. Hold on. But yeah, here we are in Black Ops 2. If you don't know anything about T6MVM, I highly recommend you go check out Mist's video. His tutorial about it is absolutely incredible. I've been asked to make a tutorial about the mod. Even Mist would like me to make a tutorial about it, but I don't think I will because his video is just really incredible. It's even very entertaining to watch. I will, however, do tutorials on things that are more difficult and things that he didn't go into details on, like this mirrored camera path trick that we'll be doing today. So yeah, let's jump into it. Jump into online. We'll go custom match. We'll choose a map. We'll go. Shit, I don't know. What's a cool map? We'll just go with the default map. We can go with. Yeah, fuck it, we'll go standoff. Turn game recording on, and then just off we go. So we'll pick a class. We necessarily don't need a cinematic of like me running or a character running or bots or whatever. You could do this just completely with the environment, but we'll have me running, because why not? So when you're doing these cinematics, you need to be aware of the surroundings, like the buildings and where the sky is, whether there's mountains or not, because generally, at least my personal opinion, I guess, the mountains don't look very good when you do this, depending on how you do it. So this is a nice long street here with a couple of buildings here and there, especially with this nice tall building. That statue will probably play a part, I reckon. Alright, so I'll just shoot a bunch so I know when I'm about to run. And we'll just go for a little run, a little weapon swap there. We'll jump, bang. I don't know, get a few shots off and then start running again. And that'll probably do for a cinematic. Alright, we'll end the game. So we'll jump into a normal theater. You'll see we've got these up here. And this is a game that I just did recently. So if we go in here, sometimes these ones load faster, which is fine. You can load from here, it's not a problem. But yeah, you'll find later on that it will show up here. It just takes a little bit extra time. So we'll go to our standoff match and we'll go start film. Alright, so big rule of thumb whenever you're doing any cinematics with the T6MVM, when you start, press back so the text system can load, so you can scrub across without any worries. So I scrub across to like here till we start sort of running. There's me shooting, so now I'm about to run. Alright, awesome. Now we'll press F3, jump into the edit camera mode, and I think I'm gonna go like this way. I'm gonna go up this way. So we'll turn this down a little bit just to make it a bit easier to follow the character. Wait a few seconds and we'll catch up to him. Maybe like there. A little bit more running distance, maybe like there. Something really cool is you can actually see like where you're placing the cameras. Let me just reposition this camera on the timeline there, which is really nice. Alright, get him to run a little bit more. Alright, and this is when we'll start going up into the sky. Let it go a little bit longer, and we'll go up to about there. And then we'll press Control M to jump to the start. And we will click to change into the dolly camera. We'll press play and we'll see how it looks. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright, and that's like a pretty smooth camera path. I can't lie, that's not bad. So yeah, we've got our first camera path. We will quickly save this. So we'll go camera, and we'll go export, and we'll just call this number 1. And we'll press enter. It says it's been exported, it's all happy, so cool. And we're happy with this camera path. And now, because these camera paths need to, because we're going to be making a mirrored camera path and this camera path, they need to match like perfectly for this to look good. You can get away with it if they don't match perfectly, but it's not going to look anywhere near as good. They need to match like perfectly if you want this shit to look like mint. So we'll jump into our streams. We'll go streams on. The start tick is where we are now because I pressed Control M to get to the start of the dolly cam. We'll go start tick, which is this one. And over here under passes, you can't quite see, but I'm going to turn off default and just turn on green sky only. And we are going to record in 500 FPS. I have done it in 250 before and had it perfect, but if you want this stuff to look perfect, like perfect, we'll go with 500, even though, you know, this is just a tutorial or whatever. It's gonna take a while, just cut it, it's fine, don't worry about it. If you were doing some real like demo edit shit, I would do image sequence of PNG. It will take way longer, but it'll look like a lot better, and it should match up like even more perfectly. But 500 FPS for tutorial, and because I'm impatient, we'll change the type to AVI, and we'll just quickly jump out and we'll set the end tick. So we'll just wait. Maybe I can even speed this up just a little bit. End tick is about there, so we'll click at the end. Cool. So that's quite a few frames, but it's fine. We'll jump back into the camera, press F4 and then F5. Now this will take a while, so I'll probably just cut it, but I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna watch my show on my third screen there, and we'll be alright. Alright, so it looks like we've finished, and as you can see, it saves and it opens up where it saves to. You also do need to actually set where to save streams. I made a little folder on my desktop for it. I'll just show you that now. It's right here, output, and that's where it goes. So now we will just turn off streams to get the text out of our face, and we'll jump into one of these cameras and we'll remove all markers. Alright, and then, excuse me, we'll go into camera, we'll import cam path, and we will go, so you can see here actually, I do have a lot of camera paths saved from me messing around with stuff. But this is our one here. This is the cam path we just made, and this is the mirrored one of it. So we want to import the mirrored one. And we'll just go open, and you'll see, hey, successful, awesome camera path. All right. And now you'll be like, oh, where the fuck is it? If you go into dolly camera and go back to the start, you'll see it's not in a good spot. But that's where the camera offset comes from, which is actually really fucking sweet. So if we just adjust the Z-axis to go up, and we use the X to go across, and there you go. You'll see this is where our spot is right here. So with this, you are able to turn the camera path or roll it. You can just click on the name to reset it to original. But you don't want to play with those. The only one you can play with is the pitch, and even that is a little bit of a stretch. So if you just pitch it down just maybe a little bit, maybe something like that, we can even offset, you know, up a little bit, and we'll just play and we'll see what this looks like. So we can't see our character at all, and this is where it ends as well. So the end point is also pretty important. So we'll go something like this. We'll go something like this. So we can see our character here now. So we'll jump back. It starts from here. And that is just fine. So if you're happy with that, you can go ahead and do the streams on that. It's all good. But you might have noticed in one of my previews, I have the camera keep going and follow the guy once it transitions from the first cinematic to this one. So you can actually add more cameras in at the end. So you do not want to play with the cameras that are already there. Otherwise, you might as well just restart because you would have fucked everything up, basically. Yeah, so if you do accidentally play with one of the cameras that are already there, it's fine. Just re-import your your original cam path and you'll be fine. So actually getting this to look good is somewhat difficult and trial and error. So because it's the mirrored cam path, it's in like a fuck spot, right? So we'll let this play just for a little bit to about there. And now we want to go and find the camera path. There it is over there. So this is the end here, right? So if I just jump back into dolly cam, I can see this is the last camera. I'm going to be making another one. I can see that I need to go sort of down and like to the right. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go from here. We'll go down a little bit, just a little bit. And I'm going to look to the right, so maybe there. And do not click play at the moment. There is a bug, at least for me, that will crash your Redacted. So to avoid that, you just jump into first person, then press play. And then you can go back into your edit camera mode, and then dolly cam, and then control M, and then play. And we'll see where our extra camera ended up. So it's not quite where I want it to be, but I can see now a bit of a better picture. If I go to the right just a little bit more, we should be chilling. So I can come down here to this camera, reposition. If I just go down and to the right a little bit, it'll maybe be looking straight at the player. So now I'm just going to jump into first person to avoid that crash, and then jump back into our dolly cam, play it. And that actually looks pretty good. Now all I need to do is pretty much just go forward and up a little bit and we should be fine. So we'll go from here. I like to look at the camera just so I sort of know. You can also see the time on the camera is 1:58. Did I actually let this? I think I need to let this play out like a little bit more. There we go. Alright. So if that's there, I need to go just forward a little bit, up a little bit. There we go. And that should be fine. That will probably actually play kind of fast. Let me reposition this just a little bit. We'll go back just a touch. And then we'll place it there like that. And that should be fine. We'll go into first person to avoid that crash. Jump back into free camera, dolly camera. So now I can already see that my dolly camera is like, that's not where I want to be looking. So I got to go left. Just a touch here. So I will go back here, reposition, and I'll just go left a little bit, and then I'll look left a little bit as well. There we go, done. And then jump back dolly camera. That looks good enough for me. So then we'll go control M. Actually, I'm just going to go first person again and play it just a little bit, just in case it does crash. Alright, so now control M, jump to the start, jump into the dolly cam, press space. And that looks fine to me. So our tick should still be set to the exact same at the start, so we'll leave that on. We'll turn streams on. So you don't really want to change this at all because this will be your starting point and you want these to match up. So yeah, we'll play and get to the end. So right there, we'll click this and then click it again. Now we have 4,188 frames to be captured, which is going to take up a lot of space on the old computer. So if you don't have much space on your computer, man, you'll have to free up some space because doing streams does take up a lot. So we'll press F4 and press, we'll double check everything's right. We don't want the green sky here actually. Almost made a mistake. We don't want the sky to be green screened out. We just want the default one to be ticked. Make sure it's on 500 AVI or PNG if you're doing a image format. Yeah, so just default 500. Tick rate's still the same. It's looking good. We'll press tab, press F4 and press F5, and I will see you when it's done. Alright, so we are done, and I got my little pop-ups showing me where it ended up. I don't know if I mentioned this, but you do need to set where the streams actually go, which is just right here. It's pretty easy. Just click on this, choose the folder. For me, I just have one on my desktop, a little folder called T6MVM stuff, and it's got my streams and where my camera paths go. So that coffee hitting, man. Alright, so that's pretty much all we need. So we will just exit out of Redacted now, which means I do need to get ready to turn my mic up. Don't know why the game is like this, but yep. So when we quit, you'll notice that it'll go really quiet because. Alright, how's that? That's alright. That seems alright. Okay. So yep, we'll exit out of that. Now we'll open up our After Effects. I'm pretty sure you could accomplish this in Sony Vegas as well, but I don't use Sony Vegas, so I mean, give it a go. See what I do here in After Effects and see if it's doable in Sony Vegas. I would assume it's very doable in Sony Vegas. Alright, so we'll open a new composition. We'll have this at 30 frames per second is fine, 1920 times 1080, that's fine, or even 60 FPS if you want it. It's chill. So we'll import the green sky one, and we'll import our mirrored camera path. There we go, so we'll chuck this in. There we go, and because I record in 1440p, we will just scale this down to 75. We will drag on key light to get rid of the green screen, this shit. Boom, very nice. Go back in here, drag on the mirrored cam path, and now what we're going to do is press S to open up scale, and we're going to make this -100 just to flip this around, and hopefully it should match up decently well. So I don't think it matched up super perfectly. I'm just gonna make this sort of fit my comp as well. It doesn't have to fit your comp. You can reposition it, mess around with it a little bit. And it doesn't look perfect to me, but it looks pretty damn good. Now you'll notice that because we've changed the scale, it will be, upside down, so you can do like a quick, rotation. If we just open this here, we keyframe like all of this, come across to like, I don't know, some point like here, and just rotate this around. Obviously you'd have to play with it like a little bit to get it to look really nice, so you don't get like all of that. Maybe we can drag on like a motion tile, which will help. We'll just drag this straight onto that. We'll just go like 200, mirror those edges. Obviously we can scale it in more, which will be going more negative because this is already upside down. So if we do something like that, probably like ease that so it's a little bit more smooth. Maybe we can drag these back. I can actually start rotating like a little bit earlier. And obviously you'd have like black bars on here. We'll just whip up some quick black bars. Go jaws, drag this on there, make the completion like, I don't know, like 85, height 0. Obviously you can change the curves if you wanted to make this like, I don't know, a little bit more nicer, maybe something like that. Change the scale curve if you wanted to, do something a little bit more like that. You could add like a sort of zoom blur effect onto it. I personally would have this keep like rotating, maybe have it zoom out just a touch here, something like that. Maybe we can change the anchor position. We'll just have it go down here like this, something like that maybe. Just so the character's in frame. Nothing too crazy. Probably have the rotation complete like a little bit later, sorry. Something like that. So pretty much once you've done it, it's all down to, you know, your creativity and stuff. About what you do with all of this. Maybe we can have this actually go up like that. And yeah, that is pretty much it, really. I mean, after this, it's all you guys, man. It's all up to, you know, like your creativity, really. And there we go. And then have it transition into the clip. I'll give you a little preview so what it looks like. Hopefully it doesn't take 10 years. It'll be playing at full speed. This doesn't seem to be perfectly tracked. No, it's not quite perfectly tracked, but it still looks good enough in my opinion. So it does take quite a few tries to get this perfect. But I think that looks pretty cool. You could add some blurs onto this other layer, but that's basically how it's done. The main problem I had was getting it perfectly tracked, and that's where doing like the high FPS streams comes in handy, because it'll start at the same tick. You can see even up in this corner here that the player spawns in at the exact same time. So these are identical. It might be because I added those extra cam paths in that it's not like super perfect. But either way, when you're doing a full-on edit and you have like a bit of shake going on, a bit more effects, it will look pretty good. And even if we just like pre-compose these and we drag on like a Twixer just to slow it down, just to give you like a better look, something like this, 500 FPS, this one, we'll just leave it on blend, it's fine, and we'll just set it to like 50. It's still probably going to look pretty sweet. I'll change it down to half. So yeah, once you've pretty much like done with all of this, it's all about creativity. And sometimes when you're doing AVI, you will notice that it does sort of bug like this a little bit, but it's usually only at the end, so it's not too bad. And it's also just depends on whether your computer can handle it easily or not. So I'll let this RAM preview out, and then I will show you guys at the end, or maybe at the start. Yeah. I appreciate all the love I've been getting recently since I've been talking about doing this mirrored cam path on Twitter. I don't know if I did mention it at the start or not, but Gmzorz was the guy that came up with the original idea for this, so all credit goes to him, and credit to Mist for making this amazing Redacted mod. Go check out Gmzorz, great editor, pretty cool dude. He has a lot of information about how this actually works in a big old notepad. I'll leave it in the description. And thank you, Mist, for this amazing mod, and thank you guys so much for the love and for watching me, and I will see you guys next Friday.